So this episode, Rapunzel's Enemy. This is the weaker of the two episodes because this is like a standard message show episode where you have a character who has a problem and they go through that little problem and they learn a little message. And I like what they do with it. I think they have a nice little subversion to that, but it still feels very kind of safe a little bit. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because I did enjoy this episode. So Rapunzel goes to this royal event and everyone's cheering for her, but then someone boos her. Now she initially thinks that's a cheer, and you can tell that in this episode Rapunzel does not know how to act a like royalty because from being in that tower through most of her life, she's new to all this, she's learning, and she kind of has a more free spirited because she's been more free spirited than most royalty is, when they're raised and grown up. And so that's why throughout most of the series, there's a thing Rapunzel points out that Monty in this episode, the main antagonist of this episode, points out that she walks around barefoot, and that's not normal for royalty. But anyways, she assumes that, so she finds out that this is an older man. Now, this older man seems like a very sweet old man. He has a candy shop, and he seems very nice. Everybody really likes him, but she can't figure out why he doesn't like her, and so she goes on disguise as a person named Misty to go with him to this royal event that he really loves called the Gopher Grab, and they have a little bit of fun, and then it's revealed that, well, she was Rapunzel, and he reveals why he hates her, which is normal for a lot of old people, which is a very messed up thing that this is normal for a lot of old people. And I'm not saying all old people are like this, but this is very a thing that happens. He's mad at her because she changed the seal. He's mad because changes are happening. And we don't, but this is a thing we see in a lot of older people. A lot of older people flip out about changes that are positive and not bad. Even he says, I was so upset about this, but I realized maybe this isn't bad. And that is the thing a lot of old people do. A lot of old people do this, where they flip out about changes that are positive, and they have to slowly come to grips with that they're actually a good thing. I mean, it's different when the change is negative and cause problems. Like, that's different. Okay, that's we see this a lot with politics. Older people yell about a lot of crap in politics that is very that is there are very positive changes, but that's not the way they're used to doing it. We're seeing that with how certain foods are made, with all kinds of stuff, just all kinds of stuff. This is a thing that is not new, but they tackle it in an interesting way, which I really like. I really admire the idea of like that, because that is something older people should always do, which is come to grips when a positive change is being made that doesn't hurt anybody, or just a change that is being made that doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a change, because change is bad and unfamiliar to a lot of people, but it's also can be good. It could cause great things to happen. You know, I mean, there's so many positive changes, that are happening now, but people tend to only focus on the negative ones and get mad about the ones that they see as negative just because they're just a change at all. And I think this is a great way of showing that off. I still think it's a standard message show episode because he's like, I still don't like you, which is kind of screw you, because the lesson he learned, well, I guess it does really help the message now that I think about it, because you know just cause a change is happening doesn't mean you need to like it, but you do need to accept it because it's happened. And I think that's a great message. I think this is a great episode for older people, younger people, and all of that above. I think it does a great job with the great message. I think that is well done, and I really appreciate the message within this episode.